$1.47. And it's a fat quarter. And they have several to choose from. I'm just going to take the tag off of it. And try to roll it out. And I have these. They're two different sizes. And I'm going to cover them with the fabric. Now I got these, this was 2 tulle ones, and this is the deco mesh rolls. So I'm going to measure it out and then cut where it needs to be cut. And I'm going to run me some hot glue down the side. Pull my fabric out. And attach it just like that, just rolling it. Roll it and see where I need to cut it. I can cut it right here and it will cover all of it. Very nice. So I'm going to run me some hot glue right here. And just roll my fabric right over the top of that hot glue. Just like that. Now, I left some so I could tuck it in like that. So I'm just going to put me some hot glue right on the inside of the rim of the roll. And just tuck my fabric into my roll. Ooh. You might want to use a popsicle stick or something to do this so you don't burn yourself. I actually have a popsicle stick right here. Go ahead and do that for both sides, and that's what it looks like. But go ahead and do that for both sides and all 4 rolls. Now that I have that complete, I'm going to take the seam and add some hot glue to the seam on the big one. And then take one of the small ones and put it seam to seam. I'm going to do that for the other big one. I find my seam, run the hot glue straight down the seam. I find the seam on the small one and put it seam to seam, gluing it together. Then I'm going to put them side by side. I've got the big one facing, so I'm going to flip it around and I'm going to glue them together like this. Just like that, okay? So I'm just going to add hot glue and hot glue. And just glue them together. Just like that. I got this on AliExpress. I'm just going to glue this right down the center right there, just like that, because I think that would be really pretty. And what this is like a suede cord with little rhinestone things on them. I'm just going to add a little hot glue all the way down the center of the seam. And you guys can embellish it with anything that you want or anything you already have on hand. I'm just going to make sure it stays down. I'm going to cut the bottom. I'm going to do this all the way around it. Now to cover the bottom and the top, I'm going to use black felt. I'm going to get it as close to perfect as I possibly can, making sure that I leave a hole in the center. So what I'm going to do is put it on my black felt. And you can't really write on this. So I'm just going to cut a pretty good size square out. That I'm sure will cover the entire surface, just like that. I'm going to do the bottom first. I have all kind of little, they're not spider webs, they're like glue spider webs, glue webs, which would probably look pretty cool for Halloween. But just going to add the hot glue on the sides here. And in the center. And before that completely dries, I'm going to go ahead and put my felt on. Push it down. And then I'm just going to trim it. I'm going to go ahead and cut me another square. Flip it over. Add my hot glue to the top. Place my felt on. Press it down to make sure it adheres very nicely. Then I'm just going to trim it. So what I'm going to do is take 2 popsicle sticks And that one's split in half, but it's okay. I'll go ahead and cut them. Cut at an angle at the top. I'm going to glue them together. Just like that. And I'm going to use some of this. And I'm going to start wrapping this, I think. Yeah, I think I'm just going to wrap one or two little lines around it. I think that'll be pretty. Yeah, I'm going to go 3. Maybe 4. We'll go 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need to stop right here. Go ahead and secure that down. Now hold it till it dries. You could do this with the Dollar Tree bling wrap also. I think that would be really pretty. I'm just going to go ahead and trim it. Isn't that cute? So cute. Now I'm going to get my paint and I'm going to paint the top of this. I'm not going to worry too much about the bottom because the bottom's not going to be showing, but the top will be. Making sure I get all of the wood covered. I'm going to set it aside and let it dry. Okay, so what I did right here was I just poked a hole in the top of my felt with the tip of my scissors and just pushed that down in there. It was a little difficult to get down in there, but I did get it down in there. Now, I think this needs some little curlies, or at least one. I don't know if this stuff is going to curl like that. I'm sure it's not going to make a really cute bow, but I mean, it might. I'm going to go ahead and make a bow out of it. So we're just going to cut our random piece off. And it's not that long. I'm going to put the tails together. Just like that. And I'm going to crisscross them. And I'm going to pull it all the way up. About that far, but my tails are still even. So I have something that looks like this with the tails. So I'm just going to pull one flat down. Put me a little tiny dab of glue there. And hold these into an X so they can dry. So it looks just like that. I'm going to put me a little dab of glue right there in the center of what I just made. I'm going to take the top and pull it down and hook it right there where the glue is in the center, trying to make sure that these two loops are the same size. And just press it down. I'm going to add it to my pumpkin. Just going to put some hot glue on the back. I attach it right there on my little pumpkin. And it looks like that. Isn't that cute? Okay, now that this one's done, we've got one more to do in this series. And that was the one that is going to be painted. So if you guys are interested in that one, I will link the description. I'll link the video in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching.